Gemini. This is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without. I'm just so happy for you guys. Why? This is success. This is the busy bee gets the honey. This is Leo energy. It's the energy of your hard work has paid off. The sweetness of life because you've earned it. So let's understand, we're going to leave that there, what this opening means, Gemini. This is a message for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. It's an energy reading. So it comes to you when you're ready and open and receptive to it. You call the messages into you. It comes to you because you want it or you're ready for it. So that being said, well, that's what makes this timeless. It comes to you on the right time. So it's not a specific date, but from when you hear this, it's the week ahead. It's about a week out, or if there are specific times and dates that are revealed during the reading, I will let you know that timeline as well. That being said, there is a new reading every single week. So if you do like these readings and you feel like you get a lot from them, please remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content, Gemini. And if you know that you need a personal reading because there's a situation in your life that you just need specifics on, then please go to my website. You can pick from a lot of different services. I do provide personal readings. So I hope that they work for you. Gemini, let's go. What messages do you have for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign to help guide them to their best and healthiest self? A lot of cards are already on the table, so let's get to them. In the center, we have, it's almost like a whip. It's almost like a wave. So there is sort of past and present kind of intertwining and the outcome kind of spilling out. Something has been set up for this future card out here. We're going to start central with the energy of 7, and 7 is the work week because 7 is about work, and the busy bee gets the honey, and that is about success. Sweet results await. And there you are. It's not a sense of even pride. It's a sense of certainty, assuredness, of you feel good, you feel successful. It could even be spotlight, really being seen or praised for what you do, which doesn't mean that your motivation was validation. It just means that there's now that sense of validation when it comes to what you have been active in. Could be relationships, whatever it is, you take it where it resonates. This is, since this is Leo energy, it could absolutely be romance. This has to do with the heart and a sense of following your heart and being certain of it. And so all of that kind of energy coming out and to be successful. What's this one? We're going to go all the way around. We learn from the past. There's wisdom here. There's wisdom here. And there's a lesson that's coming from the past that is enabling the success that you've experienced today. Now, this is Taurus energy. So there's bullheadedness and there's certainty, there's stubbornness here, but there's reality. So there's practicality here. So there's practical application to make something work based on what you've experienced from the past, that consciousness of that lesson that you've learned, which means you could not have had this success today without the lessons from the past. And this is when the past meets present and you realize, oh God, this is why you wanted me to go through what I went through, because it had to prepare me for this moment. And this moment is a beautiful one. So let's move on. Bring your ideas to life. This is showing up in the past. So something that you may have sparked to life or initiated in the past, or an idea that you had that you didn't know what to do with. It's almost like now you could be figuring it out, or debuting it, or letting it be seen. Something with Leo energy is ready to be seen. So this may have sparked to life. I don't know if it was a few weeks ago, could be up to a year ago. I don't think it was that long ago, but it's definitely something that you did initiate. It started, right? And then built on that experience, maybe even lessons learned trying to get it off the ground, whatever it was, success. This is a nice week. Then we have think on your feet. You had to be malleable. This is Sagittarius energy. You had to branch out, maybe in ways that surprised you. Once again, this sense of growing in order to accomplish what you wanted. It's because it's almost like when you start out, you're not ready to accomplish, right? You have to go through the journey in order to reach the accomplishment. So it's even if you're experimenting or inventing or building, you're building yourself along with it, with every step. So this is that journey, and sometimes life stings. So there were upsets along the way, or all of this was inspired by wanting to change what really irritated the crap out of you. And it was a toxin. It was some sort of toxin. Wasp spirit is like being pecked at. It's like being a little bitten. It's not a major attack, but it's a constant irritation and a constant itch. So there's this sense of, I deserve better than that. I want more than that. I've got to think past that. I've got to think past what I have in front of me. We got to be more flexible. We got to have options. And then there's this energy of the abundant universe will provide. This is also Taurus energy. It's very firm. It's very stubborn. It's very real. It's very much, it's very committed. So it's very reliable. I don't know if this was an investment. I don't know if this was money, but there were resources here. Like it's almost like as soon as you thought it and as soon as you recognized it, you started, like the resources started coming, which tells me there's a little bit of destiny or fate in this. You're responding to God's call. God makes sure that you don't have to weather the storm alone. There are resources here. And then we have act as if. So maybe fake it till you make it, or having to do the most with the resources that you have, learning how to stretch what you had, learning how to find value in what you have, right? Or even connect with the people who are the established in order to just sort of learn from them and ride on that back. Or I don't think it was infiltration. But there does seem to be some sort of act as if is coming along with this energy. The abundant universe will provide. Fake it till you make it. This is a leap of faith. This sense of, you know what, when I need it, it'll be there. I'm not gonna wait for everything to be perfect and aligned. And then it comes out here, now is a lucky time. And this is rabbit spirit. And that's coming, bam, falling right here on top of success. So all of this wave is splashing down on you, Gemini, with multiplying and being able to actually make something out of the little that you started with, or seeing those resources multiply or come in. Certainly what you've been trying to develop is now tangible, tasteable. You can interact with it. Now let's get to what this future card is. And this could be a while out. Definitely this year, but it could be a while out. Be at home. So where are you going? You going home? You buying a house? You building a home? Taking yourself to a home, to a house? There does seem to be a sense of you had to do it your own way. You had to come about this from a unique perspective. You had to be flexible along the way, and then ending up here in a place where you feel solid and secure and correct. This is Cancerian energy, so this could be family as well. But be at home means really finding a place of that you'd want to plant yourself, that you'd want to be, being comfortable with it. So there's a little bit of a gap between here and here. Let's fill that in. First, I want to get a moon card, though. Gemini. I just looked up and saw 9/11. That's interesting, right? Maybe that has something to do with this reading. What do you need to release? Waning moon. So there's an energy of exhale. There's an energy of let go of the crap. The superfluous stuff that doesn't matter. Figure out what that is. Also, anything that it's also denoting a time, because we just had a full moon. So ultimately there's a sense of what do you need to release, what do you need to let go of prior to something new beginning. This is a shedding time. It's not shedding your success. It's shedding the crap that you needed or the armor that you needed to put on while you were getting here. Like being done with that and letting yourself move on from that. Because what you have has gotten you this far, and that is clear by the movement of the cards. But from this point on, you have to work with the new stuff now. You have to work with that new mindset and be what you are now, not what you began as. So that's kind of like allow that old stuff to flake off. And then we have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. There's actually a full moon eclipse coming in the beginning of April. I don't know if this is casting out to there, but certainly a sense of there's a major change that you're going to experience or finally be able to release at that point. So that could be a time frame. Or it's simply saying that it may shock a lot of people. It may surprise people what kind of twist that you end up doing. Because ultimately, I think this is a mindset of now, whatever the purpose was or the project was, whatever your concern was, is bigger than who you are. And now it's like you're in it to win it for the higher purpose. So there is a major shift here that enables being at ease, being at home, feeling all right, like finally ending up in that place of stability, certainty, and other people having confidence in you and feeling comfortable where you are. So this is a movement, Gemini. Let's get into tarot. I haven't even done that yet, for crying out loud. What does this all mean? Because this is very spiritual. But what does this all mean? How is this playing out for Gemini? This week, you will experience that success and abundance and resources starting to come back online or multiply. How does this play out for Gemini? You're going to be considering something that you had either put off considering or that you hadn't had time to look at or think of. But that's going to be the shock or the surprise because suddenly now that's on the table, right? Or somebody else is coming around. They didn't think that they would do it or they wouldn't be interested. And now because of this whole process, there's strategy that's forming or an awakening that's happening to make you realize that what I didn't want to look at before may be the best option. So this is happiness or togetherness. Once again, this sense of it's almost like realizing that you have something in common with a lot of people or finding your tribe or finding the people that you belong with. Like what do you care about? So it's not just practical or financial, it's what do you care about? This is happiness. This is feeling good about yourself. This is feeling right? And now clearly that has become a priority. There's also just a welcoming. Explain more, God. Explain more. Wheel of Fortune. So the tides has shifted because the karma has completed. And then Cancer energy. There's something here with a Cancerian. Or with your family, or being able to make progress with your family, because of your family, for your family. And this is once again by Aries energy. We have moving forward toward that Aries energy. So we do have a timestamp. We're making progress and the wheel is going to start to spin. More people are going to be happy with you. You're going to experience more support. And definitely by that Aries, eclipse, there's a major shift that suddenly creates a comfort either for you, this situation, or for people with you or toward you, Gemini. Okay, but we need the practicality. Day-to-day practicality. I want to use my Golden Girls. I love them. The Golden Girls. Knight of Swords. That's you. That's you heading in head first. Making a statement is like, I'll figure it out later. I'll figure it out as I go. So there's some sort of announcement here. What is that announcement? That's coming a little bit in the future. This is all leading to this announcement. What is this announcement? It's that connection or some sort of connection that you meet that's faded and that without all this, you could not have come to it. But it's there. So what is it? Temperance, this is Sagittarius energy. It's taking two things that you thought were opposite and marrying them together. I don't know if this is about marriage or connection, but it's some sort of communion of what normally would be oil and vinegar, and yet somehow they're melding together to create something even stronger. That's what's happening. That's what tempering is. Think about tempering two metals together. You're making them, forming them into one, so that actually the two of them become stronger. So something here is about being stronger together and then making that announcement around that time. I don't know if this is about partnership, or I don't know what this is about. Maybe could you give me some insight, God? What is this about? What is this about, please? What is this about? Lovers, first of all, it's about you, because the lovers represent Gemini, right? That's what it is. It's about you. And maybe it's about finding the two diametric sides of yourself, finding a bridge between the two, and finding something that makes both of those sides feel right and feel good. But I also think it represents connectivity with a fated partner, somebody that you care about. It doesn't have to be romantic, though the lovers is usually romantic. You can take it metaphorically. For those of you who aren't interested in that kind of reading, this is meeting somebody that you were fated to be with. It's like God chose the person for you, and now you're finally recognizing it, realizing it, seeing it, or opening yourself up to it. And so, yes, this could be about partnership with some sort of business. If you guys are looking for jobs or work, it's around this April point that it's going to come through for you. Hold on. And then we have Five of Pentacles. So there was some sort of concern here when it comes to finances. And that to me feels like it drove the two of you together. There's some sort of like need, resource need. Right? It's like, okay, then we'll weather the storm together. Or there's something here with regards to maybe a lot of people being impoverished or worried about money. And it's like we've got to bind together. The togetherness is the only thing that's actually going to get us through this craziness without all this. It's like it was always meant to be, even though you didn't see it. And maybe even for a while you didn't think you wanted it. But it's about to land on you, and it's landing around that eclipse in April. Let's go to the extended. I want to get more details. I hope to see you there.